PM Trade Vietnam in this bitch. The second live stream for the day. Just reminded myself I got to go back into the one I did earlier and add the link for the merch. Check the merch out. Home Defense Specialist is one of many cool little t-shirt designs I got in there. I got some plain stuff. If you like rocking loud shit, because I like to be loud, so some of the designs of the t-shirt and shit, the t-shirts and hoodies and shit, some of the designs is loud, man. They kind of animated. I even got one where they say like Grand Theft Auto Purge Night or some shit like that on it. And on the back of it is a big red X. And a lot of people ain't gonna wear that shirt. But to me, first of all, it's a symbol by saying that the truth always gets marked like that. And secondly, there's no real fear that if you wear that shirt with a big X on it, why would you do that? Like, you look like a target. But, bro, come on, man. What are the chances that somebody goes from being chill to want to do something to you because of an X on the back of your shirt? So there's no real sensible fear in it. So I like to walk that line, push the envelope, what they call it, and mock whatever that may be on the other side of that. I want to mock it by doing that. So some of the designs, you got to be the way I fucking look when I'm doing my open carry demos. You got to look like you're trying to make a statement, like what the fuck I be saying when I be doing these videos. Like, you got to just look like that to even wear some of the merch. A lot of the other merch, though, is pretty plain. I got something to just say Hug a AR on the front. Don't even got nothing on the back. I got varying degrees of details in the merch, but some of the merch, you got to be really standing on something to even wear it, because you got to be willing to make a statement like that, to be that bold like that. I even have a design for the ones that I do for myself that I haven't figured out how to mass produce, so I can't even really make this available for nobody else. But I actually put holes in the shirt, right? There's a hole in the shirt, a clear, visible, open hole in some of these shirts that I'm making. You'll see me wearing it if you haven't paid attention to notice already. And there's a metal ring around the hole, and the hole is meant to mimic or appear to be like gunshots, like you've been shot. So there'll be multiple of these shots in the shirt, and there's the metal ring there. Kind of also gives me the slight Terminator feel, like when you shoot, when, you know, Arnold was shooting, you know, this pursuing AI in this liquid metal, and you can see the shots like hit him, and you can see the metal spill, you know, from the shot, but he ain't dead type shit. So I kind of resemble all of that and depict all of that kind of a thing in the merch for myself when I put these over. As soon as I figure out how to mass produce this, I'm going to do that. There's some other things I want to do to the merch. And as soon as I figure out how to mass produce it in that way, the merch is going to really look like the title, RPMA. That's Resist Political Manipulation Armor. And you do that first by standing on your own, too, in regards to your gun ownership, take it seriously. And then you also need to be willing to make the statement, to say the things that need to be said regardless of how that makes the public feel. And when you do that and you're standing on some righteousness, you'll realize that other people out here saying the same thing you said, and that you're not even alone, that you don't even have to fear being ostracized or being an outcast because you're trying to speak some political truth. When you go all the way to the bottom line of the real political truth, people is going to feel you. Because when I say fuck Republicans, Democrats go hell yeah. When I say fuck Democrats, Republicans go hell yeah. But I mean it when I say fuck both y'all, because fuck all y'all, and y'all mean fuck each other, and sometimes for good reasons too. I agree. All of you guys are fucked though. And to wear my merch or rock my shit, you gonna have to be willing to talk that shit like that, to really mean that shit, bro. So the merch is kind of animated. Deal with it. Act that don't mean nothing. There's nothing behind it at all. It's kind of crazy because I think they're being disingenuous in the fact that we have nothing to go on but our minds, and that seems limiting, right? And then on top of that, not only that, we also know that What a great wonder it is to even be conscious, even if this is all that it ever is. All of that sounds crazy. And because of that, you can give life meaning to me. I don't think there's a nihilist that can really justify it. I think I can take a this shit don't mean shit approach to life and still feel like, well, I want to be peaceful, happy. I don't want to be hurt. I don't want somebody to be justified in hurt. Leave me alone. And the best way for me to do that is be peace and loving, be the peace and the love that you guys need and want, and cross paths that we all can just try to figure out what this is, because I could be wrong. Maybe this means everything. So even in your nihilism, I think you can justify living life to the fullest, so to speak, and leaving people the fuck alone so that they can be free to ponder what the fuck this even is in the first place. Let me try to figure it out. Leave me alone, man. I'm trying to figure this out, and I don't deserve your shit. I want to put that kind of a spark on t-shirts too. There's this thing that I can't even remember the ancient culture. I'm gonna have to do my research on it so I can be knowledgeable of it, but I'll never forget the phrase and the meaning. But there's an ancient culture that really praised the human imagination for all that it was, knowing that that's all it was that we had, and maybe that is the God, the consciousness that we're looking for is the human imagination and consciousness. And they called it the very thing that will fuck us up and the very thing that will free us is all the one thing. It's the luminous epinoia, and that's the human imagination is what they call it. Luminous, meaning for damn sure, this is the light, the guiding light to the consciousness in the dark. All of this shit will be dark nothingness without a consciousness to observe it. We give it the life that it has, and because of that, we are powerful. Look no further than yourself when you're looking for the God. And I'm not saying that you are God, but what I am saying is the universe can't tell the story without mentioning you, and that's powerful. You gotta take it seriously. So you take it seriously, you gotta take your life seriously. So you take your life seriously, it only makes sense that you take other people's lives seriously in the awareness of how weird this is to even be alive in the first place, how beautiful it is to even be conscious in the first place, man. That's really who I am deep down and all sort of shit. So I want to express it all in the merch. So check the merch out. It will be evolving much like we do. I get mugs and shit in there. I even got women's underwear. Go figure. Who gives a fuck? Like, right? Like, why not? Hug an AR on your ass, on your drawers. I got that too. And it's all cool, man. I like buying the merch for myself. I'm even working on some kids merch too. I got 2 kids designs in there for kids t-shirts, and like I said, like my shit is, it's out there. If you put these shirts on your kids, you gonna say something. It's saying something to put these shirts on your kids. So just know that it's 2 designs. They're kind of cool. They're on the kiddie side, but then they tease or taunt a bigger idea of influence on the world, especially when you're talking about kids. So listen, man, as deep as I try to express myself and my inner thoughts and feelings and where my mind goes, it will always be reflected every place I go, including the merch. I'm an artistic kind of a person. I've always been like that. I could draw my ass off. I keep mentioning my drawings to y'all and I never show it. I should do that. I got to turn on the live stream and show y'all my drawings. And this is shit, most of the shit I'm going to show y'all is from my teenage years, 16, 17, 18, 19 years old. And my college shit too, 19, 20, 21, that type shit. It'll blow y'all minds, man. You'll be like, damn, now I understand. This nigga is an artist who turned into a gun rights activist. So then I mixed the desire and mastering some of these outlets of self-expression. I just mixed that with the fact that I don't fucking like the government, and I think that they've been fighting us this whole fucking time. You're already in a war, and thus what you say to them, you should be free to say, no matter what the fuck it is, because they already tried to promise that they'll stay out of your way. For that, we didn't get it from them, the right to free speech. We didn't get shit from them. They promised to stay out of our way about it, is what that is, which means that we are in control. When we feel like they are in the way, we say, see, now you're in the way. Get the fuck out my fucking way before I get you out my way. That's what's supposed to happen when you talk to them. You don't know that? You're a tough fucking man. You act like that to every man out here on the streets. But then when I say there's a small group of old men running the fuck out of all your shit, way deeper than some guy disrespecting you and passing in public. I'm talking about this motherfucker has disrespected your entire soul's journey, and your children, and your parents, and your grandparents too. Well, wherever you are, just know that everybody's path along the way has been hindered by a monster, a diddler, a manipulator, a mass murderer, a hater of humanity is behind all of this. I don't owe them shit. And the fact that motherfuckers really try to act like what I say or what I might want to do is, oh, that's bad. I don't think that there's no way for me to match their violence. I could do whatever the fuck I wanted to do to them in my fucking imagination. I could let my imagination fucking take me away. And what I do will be nothing. It will be throwing a rock at a tank to them for what it is that they've done and what layers of protection they have between us and them, that it makes it hard to get to them. But you can, though. There's a lifeline between us and them. And it's their money system and their political circus. Ignore it and stop using their fucking money. Like, shut it down. Like, hit the pause button on the treadmill while they're in full sprint type shit. Do that to them. Huh? What's wrong with that? That ain't even hurting nobody physically. Right? But they deserve all of the pain. Whatever, we should be able to hold up the proverbial mirror to them and everything that they've done to us. Allow them to see that this is what they've done to us, and then do it all to them. Everything, and I mean all of it. They got a police force. What the fuck is wrong with the people mirroring something that says that you try to stop us while we do this, we just bang it out with you. We don't really give a fuck. This is where we're going. Fighting us is futile. What we gonna do for the freedom is inevitable. We're gonna faction groups. Y'all might call them gangs. We're gonna call them whatever the fuck we want to call them. It's gonna mirror what it is the police do, and then they're gonna face it or fight. And if they want to fight, then they will fall. And whatever. We're just gonna tumble into a mirror effect where we echo everything that they do to us. Do it in front of them. Nah, you wouldn't do that, right? Because they sit in presidents, right? They can get you to fear the death that they have mastered, and they know that they can control you right here. They know they're gonna die one day too. They just know it ain't gonna be by you because you a bitch, you a pussy, and they know it. Right? I'm supposed to be talking about the fucking merch, but really I'm supposed to be talking about I'm tangential, so I'm gonna do that. Everything's related to me. It's all one thing. I'm like Neo decoding the Matrix. Y'all see a whole bunch of complicated, separate shit. I see zeros and ones, bro. Can't even tell where one fucking pattern ends and the other one begins. All this shit's the same to me. I see all of this shit as one thing, right? ATF, I'm gonna tell y'all this real quick because this is really what inspired me to do the live stream, and then I do everything but that. Like when I go in the grocery store for milk and then I spend $80 on everything else and forget the milk. That's me. So what? So fucking what, right? So the ATF was leaning on this shit called Chevron deference, which means that they can interpret vague laws and bend it pretty much to their will if they feel like this is the way they interpret the law, and now they're seeing, oh my goodness, and now they're seeing the manifestation of a call. God damn, are we okay now? Okay, so when the ATF believes that they are looking right at the call of duty for them to maybe enforce a law or bend or interpret a written law in a way that suits a case that they want to build or bring towards somebody. Like when they do that, they're leaning on this shit called Chevron deference. And I think recently what has happened is that they've been told that their interpretation is way too loose. They're trying to apply it in ways thinking that they're already golden inside of this implied power that they can do this. Yeah, I was trying to handle somebody that wasn't on camera, so yeah, I kind of knew it was down like that, but thanks though. They want to be free to interpret whatever they want, and they finally saw the danger in that and said, yo, man, your free interpretations is too wishy-washy, and it becomes unpredictable, and people can get themselves involved in things that they didn't even realize that they were breaking the law, or like they were trying to do with this pistol brace shit. They was trying to say what it was that they addressed and made very clear about how they felt about it 10 years ago was now being turned back in 180 in the other direction, that they said that AR or AK or any rifle with a barrel less than 16 inches will be classified as a pistol, which is crazy. I can't even lose myself in all these classifications and definitions, because all I know is that I got a gun that I bought, and I'm only going to use it for defense. And if I don't, I know it's going to cost me my life. And defense is the ultimate form of violence. It's the only violence that makes sense. And I already understand that. The length of my barrel and stuff and all this other shit, and thinking that it's up to them to define and determine what that is, and then possibly threaten me with 10 years in prison and a $250,000 fine for every individual firearm that meets this shit. That's kind of crazy that they thought that I can get 30, 40, 50, whoever knows how many fucking years for all of these pistol braces that kind of fall into this classification. after I bought it legally, and they addressed this 10 years ago and said that they weren't going to bug people about that shit. It's all kind of crazy. So Chevron deference is where they kind of fell into that and used that to try to change their mind about what was going on. And I think the U.S. Congress said, man, knock that shit off, bro. Let that shit go. We're not doing none of that. And I'm not even quite sure if it's final because I don't even care. I don't really care what it is that the ATF says about any fucking gun law at all. If I ain't hurt nobody and they were ever to show up to fucking talk kind of stupid, especially about something that I bought legally and everybody was smiling and congratulating me and high-fiving and I signed all the fucking papers, I shouldn't even have to do all of this. But when I did do all of that, everybody said that I was cool, I was good to go. Be safe and good, make good on your journey in life. Like all of this happy-go-lucky, peaceful exchange between me and all of these other people during this entire process. And then all of a sudden, the ATF started trying to flip some shit with Chevron deference, trying to act like all of a sudden I'm actually wrong, and that if they bring all of this $250,000 fine per incident plus another 10 years, and what that would do to my kids if they were to do that, about what? The length of the AR barrel on what? A gun that I have only used at a range and only plan to use in defense, that my punishment would be the same punishment as a quote-unquote felon, whatever the fuck that is, that if I use the firearm in an asshole kind of a way where I turn into a bully, the punishment should be death on the spot. Like, who even has to fucking capture me alive and take me through a trial to put me in a fucking cage? All of that sound crazy. Bad guys with guns don't even deserve that. And I understand that. I already swore an oath to myself and to my mother, to my kids, and to the universe to never ever be that. I don't even think it's inside of me to ever be that kind of a bully. I'm never worried about none of that. So I'm happy-go-lucky in my possession of the firearm because I feel like ain't none of y'all even talking to me. You're not even talking to me, bruh. To blanket this law, man, fuck all of that. ATF, y'all can kiss my dick. Y'all, I hope you die in your sleep before you ever decide to come to my house about nothing. Who have I hurt? Nobody. What have you done? You broken your own laws. The ATF is guilty of confiscating illegal street guns and then reselling them on the black market. So y'all can kiss my dick. I don't got to listen to y'all. Y'all don't understand that part? That y'all disqualified yourself already? The audacity, bruh. The audacity of these motherfuckers to be morally inferior to me. Even in a legal system, they cannot muster an ounce of consistency to even be respected. They wishy-washy over here and over there, changing things up when the Constitution is supposed to end all of this stuff, and it didn't. Let's admit that it set us up 250 years. We still arguing over the same shit. Don't talk to me about no Constitution. I won. Nature wins. If you want the gun, you're going to have to take it from me by force, and that automatically makes you the bad guy when you can't even point to anybody that I act like that to. I ain't act like that to nobody. But you did, though, and you've been threatening to do that shit all of this time, ATF. Man, anybody that can make sense out of this like I'm still wrong I want to hear that. I got to hear it. I got to hear how I'm still wrong with what I'm saying. If they amend it and they told you to expect it, they also expect for you to accept it when they amend it. You dig? It's so weird. I would never look at the Constitution and have somebody explain it to me what it is and explain what an amendment is, and then tell me to never worry about my rights changing or being beat out of me or me being threatened over it. If you said that after you explained the Constitution to me, I would say, no, this looks like a debatable issue that they're always going to be capable and willing to debate because of the way it's set up. Why are you telling me not to worry? I better worry about if this ever changes and how. By your own description, you couldn't tell me that and say so there's nothing to worry about. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? So where's the faith in this Constitution ever coming from? I'm so disgusted. I'm so disgusted. I'm already disgusted inside, right? And when I say it inside, I go through the same wave of like a disgust. But it just hit me again. Like I have to deep breath sigh. As if I was realizing, as if I just woke up right now, all over again. It feels like that. How hopeless we are and how crazy people are to accept this to the degree that they will actually fight to defend it is blowing my mind right now. I'm kind of tweaking inside right now. Wow, what a wave. Hit me again like the first time. Like a virgin, motherfucker. Wow. I think it's hopeless. I think before we can wake up to give them the togetherness to stand up to them without even having to fight, before we can even stand together to do that, to press them in that way and go, look, we didn't even fight y'all. Ha! Checkmate. Now, in order for y'all to stop us, y'all got to do something that's so obviously tyrannical. While we're all watching you and armed, this is real easy. As soon as y'all start tweaking, we're going to tweak with y'all. They'll never let us get in that position. They'll crash the shit before they do that, before they allow that to happen. That's why they got the censorship and everything going on, because they're thinking we got to do anything we can do to get them to the point of no return before they all stand together with all eyes on us and they start judging us for what we have done and what we're trying to do. And we all stood in front of them and judged them without a political party to divide us, without a race to divide us. Well, let's say we all did that. Let's say that none of that divided us, and all of those people that use those things to divide each other by, let's say those divisions weren't there and then they just all stood together. Imagine it. I want you to imagine what it is that I'm saying. No political differences divided no American. Imagine it. Can you feel the togetherness, how crazy that goes? Do it by the race too. You see how crazy that got? Now when you start categorizing us and labeling us, look how many people got to fall under the label. Almost all of us. When no one falls for that, anything they call us, domestic terrorists, civil unrest, fucking deserving of UN intervention after they turn the lights off, set loose the pox of the fucking gorilla, whatever the fuck they calling this shit now. When they set all of it free and we start spazzing, they're going to say UN intervention necessary for us to subdue the last beacon of hope in humanity. And once we do this, nobody anywhere is going to ever be able to organize enough to fight us with what guns? With illegal guns that we can take from them and attack them and kill them in front of their kids just off their possession. They want you to be that controlled, that your possession becomes reason why they say no court, we shoot. You ain't supposed to have that. They would love to have that. Don't you think it'd be easier for them to do what it is that they want to do if they could have us in that position? Well, then it better not look like they're trying. Oh, it happens to look like they're trying. Wow. That's wild to me. That you stand here like a tough ass fucking American citizen and you're honorable and you are nobody's dummy and nobody's bitch, and you watching them set you up like this, like you don't know better. Like you don't know that the country that you praise so much is so unique and so awesome, that it's so awesome that you should want to fight even DC for trying to fuck with it. No one fucks with the freedom. What's wrong with me saying that? And when I say no one, I mean not DC either. What's wrong with me saying that, American? Now, when I say don't let DC fuck with it because I think they're trying to fuck with it, why won't you say, hey, DC, don't fuck with it? What's wrong with y'all, man? Y'all say we got to vote for this one and pray that they actually do what they say and that they only hurt the American values a little bit. Don't hurt it so much. Take it a little at a time. Don't take so much. Y'all like to tiptoe like they're not walking you to your execution. You fucking American. Shut your dumb ass up. You letting them do it right in front of you, you little bitch. Little pussy ass. Y'all some pussies. Y'all some pussies. And the world is going to give to you what it is that you let it give to you. That's why I think y'all funny. That's why I like calling y'all that, because I almost feel beaten. I almost feel like just I am accepting the fact that they is gonna win this shit. And I am proud of myself that and lucky, happy, very lucky and very happy to be born at this time in history, that before this shit crashes, I can see it all of the history and what the future may hold for us, and then stand in between the two and say, I do not like this, and I can see that, and I can see what they're doing. Fuck y'all, but you got me. You got us. You got us, man. Good job, man. Because humanity is a wild animal, but I think you got us now. Only thing we will fight is each other, and you're okay with that. That's wild, man. Y'all some bitches, man. How y'all let them do this, man? How, man? And then be acting tough all in the streets, man. About everything, man. A grown man acting tough about like stupid shit. The older I get, the more and more I go, man, go punch a politician. You gonna punch this man? Go punch a politician. I can show you somebody who hurt your life way more than this dude did. You fight mad about that? Oh man, wait until you hear this story about the government. Let me tell you. You got a couple days and some coffee? Damn, man. Peace and love to y'all, man. Wu Bang, get a gun today and tell whoever wants to hurt you for whatever reason, it won't even matter. Tell them if that's what they come to you for, then you're going to not make it easy for them. And it don't even matter. Don't matter what they came for or nothing. Don't matter what they wrote on paper or nothing. It don't even matter. You ain't did nothing, and now somebody's here trying to hurt you. Well, I hope they lose. I hope they fucking lose.